when it comes to trading, the trades are randomized. What does randomized really mean? It means you're not really naturally wired to think in the opposite way of patterns. So like, let's say I go outside and I get bit by a snake. My brain is going to remember that. And then next time it's going to assume that I could get bit again if that snake is out there. Or if I see the snake, my response is going to be fear. But when you try and take this type of pattern recognition into trading, it doesn't work. Trading is a completely uncertain environment. You might have, okay, so what does randomized really mean? Let's get into that. You don't just have one winner. Well, let's say you have a 50% win rate. It's not one winner, one loser, one winner, one loser. It doesn't work like that. It might be 3 winners, 3 losers, 1 winner, 2 losers, 2 winners, 2 losers. It could be completely randomized. You might have 7 winners in a row, and then you might have 7 losers. You might have a great profitable month, and then the next month might be a losing month. You can't just linearly be like, oh, I made this amount this month, or my win rate was this, or this was my R multiple average this month, so next month it's going to be that or better. It doesn't work like that. First of all, you have expectations, and that's going to destroy you. I think that'll destroy you in almost everything. I mean, it could give you an extra push, but the extra push and I'm going to do this in trading doesn't work. In everything else, maybe it works. In every other business, if you can use that fuel to drive you, which really means you have like this heightened emotion at that moment, that doesn't help you at all in trading. It's going to hurt you. In trading, you have to get to the point where you take a trade, you enter a trade, you don't hear anything, or you hear very minimal noise. Like in the beginning, especially if you're risking too much money, which you probably are in the beginning, because that's just, most people don't have the patience to grow their account, and most people don't have a huge account to begin with. So they want to risk a lot per trade to scale up fast. And then usually the opposite happens because all the emotions kick in. And there's a judge noise. When you get entered in, or when you hit a stop and you get stopped out, if you're risking too much or you haven't fully accepted risk, you're going to hear this like judge hammer, potentially. If you drop your wrist down, you can eliminate that a lot. You're still going to have to go through this period of fucking up and then fixing it, thinking you got it, fucking up, thinking you got it. Then eventually you get to a spot where you're so okay with the uncertainty and the randomized trades that you can take a trade purely on data. And it's a data-driven mindset. And you really don't have any expectations. And most importantly, you have this like multi-month or even the entire year or multiple year outlook. So that when you take this trade, you're thinking, okay, let's say you have like all your trades written down, which is probably ideal. You're like, oh, this is trade number 24. This is my win rate so far. This is my average R multiple per trade. And this is just the next trade in the collection. It's no longer a short-term mindset where you want to trade today and you get on, you're like, today's the day. Like, it's just a thing, like, it's like brushing your teeth. You just kind of do it, right? It's boring, but that's when you actually can grow your account in trading. When you just like go to your computer, oh, it's another day. It's August 14th or whatever, 13th. You just get on. You just sit there, you just look for, and if it doesn't give you an opportunity, you don't take anything, and if an opportunity shows, you take it. It's a very long-term, stable, calm mindset. And I think you'll know when you get there. There's many other moments when you think you're there, but if you really ask yourself and listen to what you're saying inside, you're not actually there. You think you're there. Just one more thing, this, add this filter. Okay, I don't take this type of trade, I only take this type of trade. It gives me more certainty. My win rate's gonna be higher. All of a sudden, you don't have any more trades. But anyway, I'm kind of ranting there. This video was supposed to be for randomized trades. Trading is not linear at all. I think I put out a video. I don't know how long ago, 6 months ago or something like that. How trading is not linear at all. If you miss a winner, let's say, you have another job or something, or you just weren't at the computer, or you didn't trade that day, whatever. It doesn't mean the next one's going to win. You either capitalized off of the opportunity or you didn't. And then you have to let the trades play out again. There's no, oh, I missed this, or I fixed this now. I added this filter. Now the trades are going to win. You're thinking short term. You have to think like minimum 20 trades at a time. Really. I mean, maybe you could say 10 trades, but I think 20 trades is like a minimum, and then 30, 40, 50 trades, 100 trades. I think that's when you really start to get a foundation of your edge, your win rate, your average R multiple. And you just really settle in to your edge, the calm mindset, and seeing what your edge looks like. I mean, you need to know your edge, obviously. The psychology comes in after. I think I put out a video like this as well, like 6 months ago or something. But you have to believe, you have to reinvent your mind. You have to reconvert the way you think and visualize. Visualization is actually a form of practice. You don't actually have to do the thing to believe it. Like, this is a real thing, even in sports too. If you visualize it, it's actually a learning pattern. It's the same thing with trading. If you can visualize, so this is what I do. I can visualize a trade or my setup that I take. I only have one setup. I could have two, but I'm focusing on one, and that's what I'm doing. You visualize hitting your stop target, the trade, the shorts, the longs. You can see it over and over and over and over, and the wins and losses added up over time. So I think that's pretty much it for this one. Visualization, time, just repetition, fucking up over and over again. And eventually you can come out on the other side where trading is no longer intimidating when you sit down. It's no longer stressful. You're really just sitting there, and then you just take your edge if it's there. And if there's no edge shown, then that's fine. You had to make yourself available. The idea that you can sit down and only trade when the trades are there, and just forget about the days where there's no trades going to be shown, that's not actually real. It's not reality. You have to put in time because you don't know when the edge is going to show up. You might have to sit there half the time doing nothing or more. I think there's a saying, 80% of the time you do nothing, 20% of the time you trade. Depends on your setup, obviously, but it's pretty accurate. So that's it, man. Trading is about the long game, man. I'll say one more thing. I'm at 2.5 years. I started 2024 April. So what is that? 2 years and 4 months or something like that. And I haven't posted consistently wins and losses yet, but I'm in a great spot. And I've had consistency, but I've had some bullshit too, where like the Wi-Fi went out and I missed a winner, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then I had 2 losing weeks, which is just part of the game. Like this week was only 1 trade. It was 1 loser on Tuesday, and then last week was 2. It was 2 losers on Monday, and then there was no other opportunities. And the week before that, I think I had 2 losers in the beginning, and then I had a 1-6 winner. Right? And so the win was 6 times bigger than the loss. Overall, the last like 8 trades or so, it's more like, maybe it's barely profitable, my data. But again, even if you're doing everything right, you might have, like it just might be that time of the year where you have a losing streak. You can do everything right and have a losing month. And you could do everything wrong and have a phenomenal profitable month. But that's not what keeps you in the game and trading for multiple years. It's about taking your edge over and over again each month and letting the process take its course and trusting that process. So